Hey guys, Frecky here. So today I want to focus on motivation. Alright, so I've done a Google search numerous times on ways to stay motivated and focus on losing weight. And all of them come up with things like, packing your lunch the day before, or, pretending it's an appointment, because bosses don't quit, and things like that. And those are valid. Not saying they're not, but for me, I'm more looking for things so that when I mentally and emotionally want to give up. I had, horrible day at work, just became single, whatever. I tend to just say F it and start eating whatever I want to. I do well for a week or 4, and then I lose focus or cheat and then quit or whatever. So I wanted to come up with other ways to help keep you motivated mentally and emotionally. So the first one here is determine why you want to lose weight. So with that, define all the honest reasons why you want to lose weight. So if it's a matter of health, of course, you want to lose weight. But I say honest with such enthusiasm because if it's a matter of you want to look better, that's fine. If you want to wear cute underwear that you can't if it's rolling over under your stomach, that's a valid reason. It a lot of people want no, you need deep reasons. You don't. It yes, for me, my back, my breathing, but also I want to look cute. When I got down to 220, I see photos and I was cute. I liked the way I looked. I felt more confident with that. And so really figure out your reasons. And what you plan on getting out of it. Why? Because without a why, if you don't know why you're losing weight, you're not going to care. You're not going to stay focused. And so with that, make a list of those reasons and post them. Write them down, post them wherever you want to. I'm going to mention later about a dream board. And there's gonna be several things that would go onto the dream board. I'm trying to rename it goal board because dream makes it sound like, oh, it's a dream, I wish. But anyway, traditionally they're called dream boards. Google them, and they're just boards that you make and have goals and dreams and stuff on there. So with it, put this list on there and make it somewhere you can see, so you're reminded. Whether you hang it on your wall next to your bed, so it's the first thing you see in your day, or for me, I have a spot right behind my computer where I'm gonna be able to put something like that. And yeah, so this is one of those things. Put down your list of why you want to lose weight and put it on there. And number 2, set mini goals. When I look at my weigh-in and I'm at 373 and my ultimate goal is 220. That's a lot of weight. That seems so far in the future. That seems so unattainable. I don't even know where to begin. So instead, mini goals. I want to get back down to 260, which is typically where I max out on weight. I typically have never gone over that until this time. And so that's my first goal. After that, set another goal for the next, weight number you want. Or it can be just goals on, I want to make sure I've been doing the Just Dance. I want to make sure I do that 4 times this week instead of 3. I want to make sure that I go on a walk with a friend. I want to make sure whatever kind of goals to help keep you focused. And again, dream board, put them up there, and that way it can be a reminder when you're about ready to just forget it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it. Whatever. You can see that and be like, oh, but if I just do one more time, I got it for this week. So yeah. And number 3, motivational quotes. A friend of mine, she has a Facebook group, and she posts on there a lot, and a lot of them are motivational quotes. And a lot of times they're funny or whatever, but for me being part of that group, it's oh yeah, that's a good point. And for her, I'm sure, just like with me making these videos, it takes a little bit of time to do that. And so it's keeping you focused because like, okay, I'm going to go look for this and I'm going to post it up. And so instead of just like, oh, I'm so bored, I'm just going to grab something to eat, you're focused on doing something. That's why I started these videos, because these can be a little bit time consuming, and boom. But also with the motivational quotes, like sometimes they are really inspiring, whether they're cheesy or funny or whatever. A lot of times they have a good point, especially if you take the moment to actually think about what it says instead of, oh yeah, it's got, people working out in the background, blah, blah, blah. They can be very motivating. And so put them, on a dream board, on a Facebook wall or group or whatever, on your refrigerator, on your mirror, wherever that you can see them so that it can help keep you motivated. That's why they're called motivational quotes. And the other one is buddy up, number 4, sorry. Again, with the same person, actually, we decided to check in every day with each other. Whether it's just like, hey, I stayed within my bites today. Or, I worked out today. That was awesome. Just something positive that you check in with each other. So that way, a lot of times it could be a matter of, oh, I really want to tell her that I did this, so I'm going to do it. Or, whatever. Like, she'll just, send you support back and forth, however you want to do it. But some form of support. And just something minor. Like, literally last night, I literally just said, hey, today's check-in is I ate all my bites today and did not go over. It works. All right, number 5. List what you want to be able to do. So, at my current size, if I go to Six Flags, I can't fit on most of the rides. Most of them, the straps can't fit over my belly or my thighs. And so that is something I want to be able to do. I used to go when I was younger, and it was a lot of fun. And even a few years ago when I had lost the weight the first time, I went and I enjoyed it. And I can't do it right now. Or another thing, I really want to skydive. I'm scared of heights. I've had a lot of people say it was kind of like an eye-opening experience to wake them up and appreciate life more. I want to do that. To do it tandem, which is how I want to do it the first time, because, again, scaredy cat, you need to weigh less than 250 pounds to do it tandem. Obviously, I'm over 100 over that, so I can't do it. So listing things like those two things, and whatever your personal thing is, whether it's running around with your kids or grandkids or whatever. My nieces my nephews, I don't have nieces, I have nephews. Like, being able to play with them without getting exhausted or out of breath. Whatever your goal is of what you want to be able to do, and that ties into why you want to lose weight. Again, have a list, have the dream board, post it wherever, just as a good reminder of, oh my gosh, yeah, I really want to do that. So, yeah. Number 6, plan ahead for triggers. So, we all know certain situations that can trigger us into eating. Whether it's boredom or emotional, or you're just tired after work. We all have reasons. And some of these are going to happen a lot. And so you need to plan for them. And so, like say boredom. That's me. Like, oh, I'm bored. I'm going to eat. So for me, it's making this YouTube channel. But you pick a hobby, make a project, something to occupy your time so that you don't just have idle hands and idle mouths wanting to eat. If you're emotional, that is a big one for me, and I feel like I need to make a separate video for that. But it's find an alternate form, coping mechanism, because for me, like it is like when I'm upset, like I just want to grab food and just shove it in my mouth, and it's really, really hard to fight. And a lot of that has to do with mental health, that I have not taken the time to learn better coping mechanisms, which I'm in the process of doing. And, I can't afford the medication that I should be on. Can't afford health insurance and all that, blah, blah, whatever. But it's something that, you can do. And so, like, doing that, or, calling a friend. Like, instead of calling the food or placing a DoorDash order or whatever, call a friend. Be like, hey, having a moment right now, even if it's just a matter of, just talk to me. Let's talk about our days. Let's whatever. Or like again for me, which can be good, it's like play a video game or something so that it distracts you. And not even just distracting. You do need to deal with issues if you have issues, but you need to find a healthier alternative coping mechanism. And again, that's something I'm working on, so obviously I don't have a lot of advice for that one yet. And a lot of times for me, I know when I'm tired after work, I don't feel like going home and cooking. I will just end up wanting to run somewhere and grab something. With that, you got to plan ahead some. Like, that is, what you got to do. So, like, a friend of mine actually has some of those Built bars, and I'm actually going to be buying some. Because a lot of times, it's a half-hour drive home minimum. A lot of times, 45 minutes to an hour to drive from work. And by the time I'm, like, almost home, I'm starving. And I'm tired. So, I grab a snack for the road. So, one of those little Built bars. Or even the other day, I had a couple bananas or whatever. Something so that when I get home, I'm not just starving and I'm going to just eat whatever I can or stop somewhere because I don't want to wait to cook first. So yeah, so that's just some ideas. You got to figure out what your triggers are and, go that route and figure out ways in advance that you can help with it. Obviously, there are going to be some triggers you can't control. You don't know. It's too much, whatever. And if you mess up a little, don't beat yourself up. The best thing that I remember with Weight Watchers is, like, if you have a setback like that, just start back on plan as soon as it's over. Not like, okay, well, today's ruined, I'll get better tomorrow. Like, no, right now. That meal was ruined, but I'm going to do better the rest of the day. But yeah, so anyway, number 7, find out what causes you to quit. This is a little bit deeper than just the triggers. Like, and that's something I'm working on really hard. Like, why do you eat? Why do you want to give up? What is the benefit of doing that? And it's deeper than just, the basic I'm bored or I'm a little stressed. There's some psychological stuff going on there, but find out what causes. Like, why is it so hard to go to the gym? Or exercise in general. Like me, I hate the gym. I'm very introverted. Being around people freaks me out sometimes, especially in an environment like a gym. I mean, high school flashbacks. And so if that's a reason why I quit working out, then start doing the, other things that can be fun, like playing the Just Dance game or, going on a walk with a friend, something else besides the thing that you hate. And with the binging and stuff like that can be a little bit deeper, a little bit harder, but if you can find out why, again, a lot of that has to do with mental health. And for me, I mean, I'm going to get into it a little bit deeper later, but a lot of it does have to do with depression and anxiety and all of that. And so when you can find out your causes for quitting, you can combat them a little bit better. All right, number 8. So think of your family and friends. Somebody had posted just about that. Like, they want to be around for their kids. They want to be around for their grandkids. They don't want the weight to kill them. Like, as I said before, I believe my mom would still be here if she had lost the weight. And so that's a good reminder for me that if I want to still be here for my nephews, I don't have kids of my own, but for my nephews or for my friends or for family, whatever, getting the weight off will help. But also with your family and friends, being able to do stuff with them. Like, not just, the dark and dreary, I might die because of the weight. But I want to, play a game with them. Like, my nephews, they play soccer or whatever. I want to be able to kick a ball back and forth. Or my friends, like, hey, let's go to the park and check this out. And me, I'm like, well, how many hills is it? Like, how hot is it outside? All of that. Like, if the weight wasn't there, it'd be easier. So that can help focus, like thinking of the things that you're going to miss out on if you don't lose the weight. All right, number 9, treat yourself. This one, it's all about rewards. if you reach a goal, and again, it can be those mini goals it doesn't have to be a scale goal. It can be, I worked out 4 times this week, or I did this or that. Whatever these goals are, reward yourself, treat yourself. So make it so it's something that you earn. Like, if I do this, then I get that. I mean, it could be something like, buying a new shirt, or a new, figure or something. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. This is one of my tiny, it's from Dragon Ball Z. But anyway, like, something that you want. Like, hey, how about I cannot have this until I've done that. So, and it doesn't have to, like I said, it has to be the mini goal. So, or it can be the mini goal. So, if I exercise this much this week, then I am going to get that figure or whatever. Or even buddy up with a friend with the treat yourself, and like say, hey, I'm thinking about mentioning it to my roommate. Don't know how I feel about it, but like, hey, if I stay on track for this week or 2 weeks, whatever goal you set, if I stay on track for this, how about you do the dishes, or take me to the movies or something like that, or take yourself to the movies. But if you're poor, hey, like, somebody else, if they're willing to help you, by all means. And then that way you don't feel like you're in it alone. But however you want to reward yourself, but make it something that you want. Make it something that you would enjoy and that you kind of feel like you should earn it. And with it, somebody had posted in one of the groups that, it's important to reward behavior because the scale doesn't always respond right away, which is true. If you are working out, or, say if you had a ramen week and there's a lot of sodium, that can be some water weight. Or like, and with working out, backtrack, muscle weighs more than fat. Or if you're sore, sore muscles retain water and they weigh more. So the scale might not always reflect. It might not be a big enough reward, or a reward at all, because you might step on and be like, I'm the same as last week, and you can get discouraged with that. So instead, be like, well, whatever, I still stayed within my bites and I did these exercises, so I'm getting this as a reward, and not focus so much on the scale. That's very important. Train yourself so that, hey, I want this, I got to do this to get it. But yeah, so that is my 9 motivational things to help keep focus. If you have more, comment below. I'd love to hear them, especially if if it's not related to just basic habits, if it's related to keeping yourself mentally wanting to keep doing it. I think that's more what it should be about, motivationally wanting to do it, not just motivate to do it. But yeah, so that's those guys, and hopefully some of those help you. I think they are going to help me a lot. And like I said, I plan on making an actual dream board or goal board or wish board, whatever you want to call it. And when I do, I'll post it up on here. I have a dry erase board that is magnetic that I plan on, writing on and sticking pictures to and all of that. And that's where I'll put some of those other items on there. And I'll post it once I get that made up. But yeah, so hopefully this was helpful. I said that. Again, I ramble. But yeah. So as always, if you are on a journey, please comment below. I want to support you. Thank you for supporting me. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I will see you guys later. Stand by.